that this community-based approach might actually have some merits, and he's the most well-known of the faces as far as Sonic 4 goes. And you know what? I think he probably would have done better at the demo than Ken Bollag did, because not only does he know the right things to say, partly because he spent a lot of time on sites like NeoGAF and Sonic Retro, the dens of boiling negativity and nitpickery incarnate. But he probably would have played the game better and made it look a lot more fun.
But that wasn't the problem. It was what was being discussed through half of the level.
Yeah, and you know what? The way he talked about the homing attack and that last line about this being Sonic 4, like people would have, like everyone's imagined it, and it's clearly not, at least at this stage. It's like, my God, the tides of anger I'm seeing at Sonic Retro at these words is like, is it like. It's almost like you've demolished an entire marketing strategy in one fell swoop. Probably not that critical. I'm willing to bet that at least one specific user will flip-flop straight back to a positive stance within a week or two, because that seems to be the thing with some people. Yeah, it's just, it didn't go over well at all. And, it's too bad, because the game shows promise as it is, even, and if they design it, if they fix the right things during the delay, it could be really awesome. Nice start to a Sonic 4 series, possibly even leading into a much more interesting Sonic 5 somewhere down the road, possibly even retail. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, as the legendary song goes. But but it's getting a really rocky start, partly because the fan base is a divided, whiny, nitpicky.
They're freaking piranhas, man! Don't beat around the bush. They're freaking piranhas. Look,
and partly because
the only thing I can say is, I was actually going to make a rant video about all this, but I'm not going to waste my time. I'll just sum up what I was going to say first off. You're going to buy the game anyway, no matter what you say about the game. And I don't care how many people I piss off when I say that. You're going to buy the game anyway. No matter how much shit you talk about the game, you're going to buckle down and you're going to buy it anyway. You won't admit that you bought it.
No. I want to cut in. Half of them are going to pirate it.
Okay. Good point. Okay, my point is, you're gonna play it anyway. Okay, I'll put it there. You're gonna play it. You're gonna buy it. You're gonna play it anyway, and we'll know that because down the future, you're gonna talk about how Sonic 4 was wasted potential when you were one of the users who said you weren't gonna buy the game in the first place. If you're still here after Sonic 06, you still think that Sonic has some kind of potential. You're not gonna abandon him. You're gonna play the game anyway. So shut the fuck up. Wait for the game to come out, and then play it based off your experiences and not what you see. Thank you. Lewis?
This has been a public service announcement by Some Call Me Johnny.
We're all speechless.
That's it?
Well, there is one last thing I want to talk about before we end this incredibly long E3 video.
Sonic.
No. Loading aperture science surprise.
Oh, Portal. That's right. Okay, well, first off, I got to thank you guys for telling me to play Portal. I really did enjoy that game. So I'm definitely looking forward to the sequel.
Did you see the 10-minute gameplay footage from on IGN?
I didn't see any gameplay footage yet. I was only there. I only saw the press conference live. It was they're teasing Portal 2.
I hope we can put our differences aside for science. You monster. No, apparently they demoed it on IGN for a while. It looks fun as hell. They have new gimmicks, like there's a tractor beam thing you can do. So you can kind of like float around and use portals to aim the tractor beam wherever you want. There's new gels that have different effects, like one gel lets you jump really high, one gel lets you run really fast.
Huh. Well, has a release date been confirmed? When? I forgot.
I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
Story-wise, there's a personality sphere that travels along with you, apparently. And it sounds
Personality.
just like NTOM64.
A personality sphere? Is it part of GLaDOS, or is it just yours?
Apparently it's one that accidentally woke GLaDOS back up or something,
Oh.
and you just carried it along with you.
Oh,
Basically,
okay.
I guess to give you a voice, I guess that's kind of its thing.
Either that, or
But
it could be some kind of potentially annoying navigator.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't talk all that much. But
It's a
he's
companion
very.
cube that talks to you, basically.
Yay, companion cube. Oh, I'm waiting for that level to show, because there's going to be a level with the companion cube for old time's sake.
Most likely.
Yeah, but he's British and he sounds like NTOM64. But it looks
By the way, I love the first Portal game, so this should be fun stuff as well.
Well, it's funny because what's his face was talking about it while they were demoing it, and he was actually kind of scared at how popular it got, because they knew once it sold well they were going to make a sequel, but they were scared of living up to all that, mimetic badassery of the first one. So to close it out, yeah, that looks really fun. And unless anyone has anything else to say about,
Okay. Well.
Oh
I
god
guess-
damn it! That's why you haven't been hearing me. My mic's been muted.
Okay. What did you have to say?
I was trying to say all this time in regards to a release date. How many of you are aware of the concept of Valve time?
yes, I know. Half-Life Episode 3 coming out ever.
They say next week. They mean 2 years from now.
Being
For
re-released
God's
alongside
sakes,
with Duke Nukem Forever.
they're worse than Nintendo in some aspects.
Half-Life 3 will be out before Half-Life 2 Episode 3 will be out.
I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm stoked for Portal 2. I loved Portal 1. So fun, so original, and this isn't just testing the waters like Portal 1 was. This is a full-length retail game. So yeah, it's going to be fucking awesome. And it's
going to be a
Valve.
launch date on the PS3.
And it's Valve, so Valve time be damned. They're gonna make it awesome before they actually sell it. Unlike some other companies I could mention. Yeah.
All right. I guess the last thing we can do is: were there any games you were expecting to make an appearance in E3? I was expecting some kind of teaser for Kingdom Hearts 3, to be honest. Was anybody else expecting that, or am I the only one? Or should I
Frankly,
just shut up now?
from what I can tell, they're not actually even making that game until Versus 13 is finished. So yeah, I actually wasn't expecting.
Versus 13, is that still happening? I haven't heard
It's
anything
still-
about that game since it was announced.
It's still happening, but they even though they're making multiple games, as far as the main games are going, they're focusing on one at a time. And you know what? That's good, because there were criticisms with 13 itself. Some of which I think were rooted in the fact that it was multi-console, and therefore they had to structure it a certain way. But yeah, they're going to answer some of the linearity issues in Versus 13. So apparently what's going to happen is that the one that's not actually a turn-based RPG is going to feel more RPG-ish than the actual RPG, which is all kinds of fucked up.
Yeah, one game I was surprised didn't show up was Pikmin 3, but apparently that's been confirmed that they're still making it, at least.
Really?
Yeah, Nintendo said that they didn't bring it because they felt it would get overshadowed by all the other announcements, so they said, yeah, we'll save it for later.
Well, yeah, it's fucking Pikmin. Who cares about Pikmin when you got Zelda on the show?
Exam Shadow likes Pikmin.
It's like, you know what?
Don't
No
you
one's gonna
care about what Egg's Head Shadow likes?
No one is going to bat an eye at Pikmin with the rest of the things that they have showing up. I mean, they brought back Kid Icarus, for fuck's sake. They brought back Kid Icarus. Who's going to care about Pikmin when they did something like that?
Where's Bubsy? Give me back Bubsy.
Bubsy's trying to find that platform, that the platform game just isn't a platform game.
Bubsy's still trying to dig himself out of that 3-mile hole.
I actually wouldn't mind a retro revival of Bubsy just for the sake of the nostalgia factor, but it's never going to happen.
What
I don't care what anyone
nostalgia
says.
factor?
I don't care what anyone says.
Well,
First-
in that case, bring back Tonga and Mischief Makers.
Tamba needs a revival. I want to see Tamba. Make it happen. Now, Tamba
And
was
Mischief
awesome.
Makers.
While you're at it, where's my Gex 2 on PSN? You put Gex 1 and Gex 3 up there. Where's my Gex 2? It was the best of the three. Put it up on PSN, you assholes. Why, we've totally departed from E3, haven't we?
And where's another mystical ninja starring Goemon? God damn it!
Kambare Gayaman. There are quests, and then there are Japanese quests. If anyone has seen that picture.
I'm actually still waiting for my 2D beat 'em up starring Sagata Senshi.